A doctor has secretly taken something from your medical file. The reason will terrify you. Archangel Michael says, there are moments when the truth hides in plain sight, buried beneath sterile white walls and quiet whispers in hospital corridors. You may think your life is safe, your secrets locked away in medical files only you and trusted doctors can access. But something has shifted in the unseen realm. Something you were never meant to find out until now. It begins with silence. A subtle yet unsettling feeling that you are being watched. The doctor you thought was merely treating you was doing far more behind the curtain than you ever imagined. Every visit, every conversation, every scribble of ink on your records was not just medical. It was personal, intentional, and deeply dangerous to your destiny. Archangel Michael says, when a soul is chosen for greatness, forces will rise to obstruct its path. Sometimes those forces hide not in shadows, but in bright lit rooms where you least suspect betrayal. The doctor has not only taken information from your medical file, they have stolen something sacred, something linked to your very existence and future. This secret has been kept locked for long enough, but heaven cannot remain silent anymore. The doctor's actions are tied to something that could rewrite your life. Every step you've taken since meeting them has unknowingly been within their quiet manipulation. The truth is heavier than you think. And when it surfaces, it will change how you see every word they ever spoke to you. Archangel Michael says, imagine walking into a clinic, trusting a hand that promises healing, only to discover that while you believed you were protected, they were quietly pulling pieces of your life away. This isn't about misplaced documents or routine checks. This is deliberate. This is calculated. This is an act of someone who knows more about you than they should. Every medical test, every scan, every note written about you has been touched, but what this doctor has taken goes beyond information. It's something that connects directly to a bigger plan, a larger force trying to hold you back. If you had known the truth sooner, you would have seen the signs, their strange stares, the moments they seemed hesitant before answering your questions. Each was a clue pointing to a secret they hoped you'd never discover. Archangel Michael says, divine eyes have seen what human eyes cannot. The doctor's actions were not only human, curiosity or malpractice. This theft reaches into spiritual territory. Your healing, your future decisions, even the relationships surrounding you. This stolen piece is the key to unraveling them all. You must understand this is not an ordinary story. This is not an everyday betrayal. This is a carefully orchestrated act, and it has been in motion far longer than you know. From the moment you trusted them, your energy shifted. Hospitals and clinics are supposed to be safe spaces. Yet, this doctor has violated something sacred. Heaven watched as they walked into the records room, quietly opening files they shouldn't touch and taking what wasn't theirs. They walked out with something invisible to others but spiritually devastating to you. The reason they did it, it's not for money. It's not for fame. It's rooted in something far darker. An attempt to control what God has placed in your life. This doctor knows there is something powerful in you, something rare that not many people carry. They fear what you could become if this truth stayed in your hands. So they took it. Archangel Michael says, the heavens are sounding alarms. The stolen piece is not just data. It holds divine purpose. Hidden codes about your health, your strength, and even your miraculous survival from past struggles were in that file. That information was meant to awaken you at the right time, to lead you to a future only you could walk. But the doctor has plans that oppose this. They want to reroute your destiny, rewrite your path, and silence the breakthrough meant for you. What they took isn't sitting on their desk. It's locked away where no one would think to look. They believe they are clever, that no human will uncover the truth. But Archangel Michael says nothing stays hidden from divine light. The heavens are already exposing their every move. This doctor isn't acting alone. There are whispers of others, shadows moving in the background, all tied to a single purpose to keep you from stepping into the healing and prosperity destined for you. Every sleepless night you've had, every strange hesitation you felt when signing medical forms, it's because your spirit already sensed this betrayal. You were chosen to know this message now because the plan is about to crack open. The doctor's secret will not stay buried forever. A conversation, a misplaced paper, or a divine encounter will bring this hidden act into daylight. And when it does, you will finally understand why so many recent moments in your life have felt off balance. Archangel Michael says, you are not powerless. Even as this doctor moves quietly, heaven is louder, stronger, and always one step ahead. Forces are aligning to bring justice where there has been deception. From this moment on, every visit to a medical room will feel different because you know the truth. You will see their eyes and notice the fear they carry. For deep down, they know what they've done cannot remain in darkness forever. The spiritual weight of what they stole is pressing on them already, causing cracks in their perfect image. The reason will terrify you when it fully unfolds. It's linked to a much larger web than just one doctor in one file. It connects to decisions about your past treatments, warnings you never received, and even unexplained struggles you faced physically and emotionally. All of it ties back to that stolen piece. Archangel Michael says, divine hands are reaching down to pull you out of this unseen trap. You have not been abandoned. You have not been left to face this alone. Every angel surrounding you has known of this plan long before you did. And they are now breaking chains that were tied around your future. Even as you read this, a shift is happening. The energy that was stolen from you is beginning to return. The truth is rising like dawn after the darkest night. The doctor once feeling untouchable is starting to falter. Their confidence is cracking because heaven has spoken into their conscience. They feel watched, exposed, and they cannot silence the weight of what they've done. Soon, conversations you thought were impossible will happen. Doors you thought were locked forever will open. People you never expected will step forward with pieces of information that connect like a divine puzzle. Archangel Michael says, your healing is bigger than medical charts, and your destiny is stronger than human manipulation. What was stolen will not destroy you. It will awaken you. The terrifying reason behind their actions will not end you, it will reveal how powerful your future truly is. This message has reached you for a reason. It's not chance. It's not coincidence. It's heaven's timing. You are meant to know this now because the unraveling has already begun. And you must stand ready to walk through the storm without fear. As the clock turns and days pass, you will notice signs that this hidden act is surfacing. You might overhear a hushed conversation, see a name you weren't meant to see, or receive a document, unexpectedly. Each moment will be a divine breadcrumb leading you toward the truth. Archangel Michael says, stand firm. What they've taken will be exposed and returned. And when it is, you will understand why this doctor fought so hard to keep it from you. It's because your story holds power, miracles, and a future they cannot stop. And as this truth unfolds, remember you are not alone. The heavens are fighting beside you, ensuring that no stolen piece, no secret file, no human plot can erase the divine path laid out for you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, even as you take in these words, spiritual warfare is moving quietly around you. This is not just about a medical betrayal. It's a battle for control over your life's trajectory. The doctor's decision to take what belongs to you was not random. It was carefully timed, strategically planned, and tied to forces that feared your rising strength. The moment they laid hands on your file, the heavens stirred. Angels moved swiftly to mark every step, every locked drawer, every whispered conversation they had about you. What they thought they could bury forever has already been recorded in the book of truth above. This is why you have felt unsettled. Why small things around you have hinted that not everything was as it seemed. This isn't a single event. It's a chain reaction. One act of theft has spiraled into decisions made about your life without your consent. Prescriptions, treatments, even opportunities you never received. Each of these threads leads back to that hidden act. And now divine timing is pulling every thread apart until the entire scheme collapses. There is someone close to you who has sensed this before. Perhaps they warned you once, told you to be cautious, but you brushed it aside because you trusted the system, trusted the people in white coats meant to protect you. Archangel Michael says that trust was exploited, but it will not be wasted. The heavens are about to use this very betrayal to catapult you into a greater awakening. When the truth is revealed, it will terrify you. Not because of fear itself, but because you will realize just how long this deception has been in place and how carefully it was hidden. Yet, you will also feel an unshakable strength rise within you. That strength is not from the world. It's a gift from above. It's the kind of strength that cannot be stolen, cannot be recorded in a file, cannot be manipulated by human hands. Archangel Michael says, behind every locked door, every encrypted system where your information was hidden, a light is shining. Investigations are already being whispered in corridors. A nurse, an assistant, or someone unexpected will step forward with information they can no longer keep secret. This moment will change everything. You'll remember this message when it happens, and you'll know it was not a coincidence. The timing will align so perfectly that you'll feel the presence of angels, guiding each revelation. The doctor who believed they were untouchable will face the very truth they tried to suppress. Documents will surface. Digital footprints they forgot to erase will be discovered. And suddenly their calm demeanor will crack under the weight of justice. Even as this unfolds, Archangel Michael says, keep your heart guarded but open to divine guidance. You are not meant to seek revenge or act in fear. The heavens will handle justice in ways human hands cannot. Your only task is to stay awake, to notice the signs, and to prepare for the moment when the full story breaks open. Because when it does, your name will be cleared, your destiny restored, and everything stolen from you will return multiplied. This is not a story of defeat. This is a testimony being written in real time. A divine reminder that no matter how cleverly deception moves, truth always rises. And when it does, it brings freedom far greater than what was lost. Archangel Michael says, as this unseen battle intensifies, you may feel waves of confusion, sudden bursts of anxiety, and moments where your mind replays every interaction with that doctor. This is not weakness. It is your spirit reacting to the truth that has been hidden from you for too long. The divine realm is pulling back the veil slowly, ensuring you are strong enough to face the magnitude of what will be revealed. Behind closed hospital doors, more than one conversation has taken place about you. There have been late-night meetings, phone calls that were never documented, and quiet discussions where your name was mentioned with an intensity that carried more than just medical concern. The truth is, this doctor feared what would happen if you knew the power and information stored within that stolen part of your file. Archangel Michael says the reason is terrifying because it connects to more than just health. It reaches into your destiny. There is something rare about you. Something extraordinary written into the blueprint of your life. This is what they tried to steal, to suppress, to keep from ever coming to light. But divine law cannot be broken. What was written for you before you were even born cannot be permanently altered by human hands. You may start to notice strange patterns now. Documents going missing, calls from unknown numbers, people giving you odd looks when you enter medical buildings. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the truth is bubbling beneath the surface, ready to erupt. Archangel Michael says, you must prepare yourself mentally and spiritually. The exposure will not be small, it will shake the very foundation of everything you thought you knew about your own health and life. And yet, it will not destroy you. Instead, it will ignite a transformation so powerful that those who once tried to manipulate you will stand in awe. The angels are already surrounding you with protection. Nights where you felt uneasy were not just sleepless nights. They were moments where heavenly warriors stood guard, blocking further harm from reaching you. The darkness tried to dig deeper into your life, but they failed because divine intervention kept their plans from succeeding. Soon, whispers will become voices. A person who has been silent for too long will finally speak. Whether it's a former employee, a nurse with a guilty conscience, or someone within your own circle who accidentally stumbles upon evidence, the information will surface. It will reach you in a way you cannot ignore. Archangel Michael says, when that moment arrives, do not let fear paralyze you. Instead, remember this message and know that every hidden truth is being revealed for your protection and elevation. The storm will pass, and on the other side, you will emerge stronger than ever, carrying wisdom that cannot be bought or stolen. The doctor who believed they were safe from exposure is already feeling the cracks forming. Small mistakes, overlooked details, and unexplained errors are unraveling their carefully constructed wall of secrecy. They feel the weight of divine justice closing in, though they do not fully understand why. As the days unfold, you may even receive unexpected help from someone you would never suspect. A stranger, a friend from the past, or even another medical professional who senses that something is deeply wrong. They will step in not out of coincidence, but because they were divinely guided to be part of your protection. Archangel Michael says, every piece of the puzzle is aligning. The truth will not only return what was stolen, it will reveal opportunities and blessings you never imagined. This storm was meant to silence you, but instead it will amplify your voice and open paths you never knew existed. Even the darkest secrets cannot survive the light forever. Soon the heavens will deliver undeniable proof. And when that happens, you will see that everything they tried to take was simply preparing you for a greater destiny, one that no human hand can block. Archangel Michael says, as the unseen layers of this deception begin to peel away, you may feel a strange heaviness in your surroundings. This is because spiritual truth carries weight, and when it approaches, the atmosphere shifts. The doctor's actions, once hidden behind polite smiles and medical jargon, will soon be illuminated by a force they cannot control. In the coming days, a series of subtle yet undeniable signs will surface. You may see a name repeatedly appear, hear a phrase in unexpected places, or feel drawn to revisit documents you had long forgotten. These are divine breadcrumbs guiding you toward the heart of the stolen truth. Nothing about this is coincidence. Every moment is orchestrated for your awareness and protection. Archangel Michael says, when you first discover the depth of what was taken from your medical file, your heart may pound with shock. The betrayal runs deeper than you imagine because it touches every layer of your being, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The reason will terrify you, not just because of what was stolen, but because of how close they came to altering your future completely. This is not just about health data or personal information. What they extracted carries the blueprint of your miraculous resilience, the markers of your divine survival through trials that should have broken you. If left undiscovered, it could have been used to manipulate, control, or even end opportunities that were divinely designed for you. But divine timing is flawless. The heavens have waited until this exact moment to reveal the truth because now you are strong enough to handle it. Archangel Michael says, there is a fire in your spirit that cannot be extinguished. Even when humans attempt to bury your light, the divine ensures it shines brighter than ever. Behind hospital walls, people are starting to talk. A receptionist who once filed away your documents feels uneasy. A technician who saw unusual requests is silently questioning their conscience. Even the doctor themselves is battling an inner storm, sensing that their actions have awakened something far greater than they anticipated. Archangel Michael says, you are not witnessing a random series of events. This is a divine unfolding, a dismantling of deception layer by layer. As the truth emerges, you will begin to understand why certain medical decisions never made sense. Why some warnings were never given to you and why you felt spiritually unsettled every time you visited that place. The doctor thinking they could rewrite your destiny has instead triggered a divine investigation. Angelic forces are moving like unseen winds, stirring guilt in the guilty and courage in the silent witnesses. Soon documents thought destroyed will resurface, carrying evidence that no one can deny. And when this revelation reaches you, you will not only recover what was taken, you will gain insight and authority to prevent such deception from ever touching your life again. The very attempt to break you will become the foundation of your unshakable rise. You will see justice move in ways that defy human understanding. Unexpected allies will appear. Systems will fail in favor of truth. And those who try to silence you will stumble upon their own words of betrayal. Archangel Michael says, divine judgment is not always loud or visible. It can be as quiet as a whisper that topples an empire of lies. Even now, someone connected to this doctor is questioning their loyalty. They have seen too much, heard too much, and can no longer bear the weight of hidden wrongdoing. This person will soon cross your path, guided by angelic hands, carrying fragments of truth that will fit perfectly into the puzzle you've been missing. Archangel Michael says, stay alert, but calm. This battle is being fought not with human hands, but with divine power. Your role is to remain steadfast, to trust the process, and to prepare for the moment when everything concealed will be laid bare before you. Archangel Michael says, even as this divine revelation unfolds, you may notice shifts in your surroundings that seem almost unreal. Lights flickering when you think of the doctor. Dreams that reveal hidden rooms and papers. Sudden chills when you pass by medical buildings. These are not mere coincidences. They are heavenly signals preparing your soul for the magnitude of truth that is about to be released. The theft was not just a careless act. It was planned with precision. Late nights in dimly lit offices, doors quietly locked while the world slept. The doctor moving files with trembling hands, knowing that if anyone found out, their reputation would crumble. Yet in their arrogance, they underestimated the spiritual shield surrounding you. No earthly deception can escape the all-seeing eyes of heaven. Archangel Michael says, the reason behind their actions is far more sinister than most could imagine. What they took could have been used to alter your life's trajectory, to block certain treatments, to push decisions that favored their own agenda rather than your well-being. This was not medicine. It was manipulation. And the moment they crossed that line, they were a rope of judgment around themselves. But divine justice is patient and deliberate. Each day the rope tightens, not by human hands, but by unseen forces aligning events against their deception. Emails they sent will resurface. Hidden camera footage they thought deleted will find its way into the right hands. Conversations whispered in private will be overheard by those who cannot stay silent. The terrifying reason will finally make sense. It was never about healing you. It was about controlling you, keeping you unaware of a divine protection coded within your very being. There are spiritual markers in your life that the doctor tried to erase because they revealed strength and favor that human institutions cannot replicate or monetize. Archangel Michael says what they feared most was your awakening. If you had known the truth earlier, you would have broken free from limitations that were carefully placed around you. They stole from you to delay a transformation they could not stop. But the delay is over. Heaven has declared it is time. Already subtle cracks are appearing. The doctor feels an unexplainable unease. Their steps are heavier. Their confidence falters when they speak your name. Patients who once trusted them are beginning to sense something wrong. And word is spreading in ways they cannot contain. Divine light is creeping into every corner they tried to keep dark. The whispers of exposure are turning into murmurs, soon to become thunder. A whistleblower is being divinely guided to step forward. Not for reward, but because their conscience is burning with truth. This person will unknowingly become a key instrument in returning what was stolen from you. Archangel Michael says, when that moment comes, you will feel a release in your spirit as if chains you never knew existed suddenly break apart. You will breathe easier, think clearer, and see pathways you were once blind to. This is not just a recovery of information. It is the restoration of your destiny. Justice will move like a wave. First quietly, touching only a few, then suddenly rushing forward, impossible to stop. Legal hands will intervene. Policies will change. And those who thought themselves untouchable will face consequences they cannot escape. You will not need to fight with anger because divine power is already dismantling every wall they built against you. The very file they tampered with will become their undoing. Evidence will show that what they took was never theirs to claim. And when confronted, they will have no word strong enough to deny it. Archangel Michael says, you will not only survive this, you will rise from it. The enemy's attempt to bury you will instead plant the seeds of your greatest victory. The medical world will not define you. Heaven's design will. And as this truth emerges, you will walk in freedom that no earthly force can shatter. I am your refuge and I will not allow her sorcery to destroy what I have ordained for your destiny. She has been warned many times by my spirit, but she did not stop. Now the disease she thought she could send to you has attached itself to her own life. Archangel Michael says, I have seen her name written on the list of those who tried to play God, and heaven has decreed her time of exposure. She has spoken curses into the wind. She has whispered your name into dark places. But now her own voice trembles. Her nights are filled with panic. Her body weakens. Her dreams are tormented by the light she cannot face. God says, my child, don't fear. I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you, you are safe under my hand. Trust me and pray to me, for prayer is your armor and your faith is your weapon. The angels have gathered around your home even now and a heavenly investigation has begun. Every spirit that was sent to confuse you, delay you, or hurt you is being chained and cast into the pit. The witch's spell book is burning in the spirit. Her rituals are failing, and every word she spoke against you is reversing with sevenfold power. Her disease is the manifestation of her own dark energy collapsing in on itself. Her body trembles not from human sickness but from the fire of divine judgment consuming what she used to sustain her evil. God says this is what happens when someone tries to curse my anointed. For I have said, touch not my chosen and do my prophets no harm. You are the apple of my eye. Every trap laid for you will now trap its maker. Every poison mixed for you will now infect its creator. Every lie told about you will now become the evidence that vindicates you. Do not seek revenge. I am your vengeance, I will handle her case. Archangel Michael says, my child, her power is fading, her voice is trembling, and her secrets are being exposed one by one. She once laughed when you cried. Now she cries when you pray. For every tear you shed, heaven recorded it. Every pain you felt has been turned into a weapon of light. When you pray tonight, angels will move faster than the speed of light to cover your body, your home, your finances, and your name. God says this which entered your life to drain your joy. She pretended to help you while she secretly fed on your energy. She loved to see you confused. She rejoiced when you doubted yourself. She smiled when your plans failed. But she forgot one truth. I, the Lord your God, never sleep, never miss a moment, and never forget the tears of my beloved. The disease she carries is now spreading through her mind, her body, and her spirit because her heart refused to repent. The same darkness she released now eats away at her strength. But you, my child, you are under grace, you are under the divine covering of my angels. I have placed Archangel Michael at your side to shield you from any spiritual retaliation. You are safe, but I need you to pray tonight. Not out of fear, but out of faith. Say, Father, I receive your protection. I release forgiveness and I stand under your light. For when you do this, your peace will multiply and your spirit will rise above every shadow. Archangel Michael says, the battle is ending. The war she started is over. Heaven has won, but don't take her downfall as a reason to gloat.